Mr. Houdini, how you doing? Welcome to Revert TV. Nice to have you, man.
Oh, thank you. Nice to be here. It's a pleasure being here.
I
How
like.
you
I'm
doing?
feeling. I'm doing great. I'm feeling the studio, man. How long did it take you to build this to put this together? Man? It's pretty nice.
Man, Kitso Studios, which is where we're at right now, has been. It took me a while to really set it up to this level.
Yeah.
Because it's trial and error. You have to learn certain things before you build it. So I'll probably say 3 years
Okay.
in total.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. So you're a sound engineer?
Sound engineer, yes.
How did you get into that? But how did you decide to take that up as a profession?
Wow. Sound engineering was something I've always done, but I didn't know I was doing it because coming from Nigeria, I started off. I'm an artist myself, so I started off rapping, and I didn't have money for studio time, so I just looked up on the internet as Google, how to record, so you have to get a program to record. Okay, I downloaded the program, my laptop, started recording myself at home. But it wasn't until I came to the United States, because I never knew people actually did this for a profession. I just did it because I wanted to express myself and get my music out. So when I came into the United States, I was going to school in Cooper Union in New York for electrical engineering.
Okay.
So it was my 1 year in New York. I finally understood that, wow, people actually go to school for sound engineering.
Yeah.
So I looked up Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida, and fast forward 6 years and we're here.
Wow. 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 So I mean, what are some of the things that they teach you about sound, like, sound engineering in general? Like, how can you improve the sound? Like a lot of churches, I noticed this is one thing I've noticed though. I grown up in Nigeria, right?
Yes,
a lot of churches have, like, they will put a lot of money into sound, but they still don't get good quality, right? So what does it take to get a good quality sound? Especially for in a church setting, Is that something like if I called you and say, "Can you help us out? What are some of the things tips that you can give them to improve their sound, though?
That's a very good question, and there's two aspects to that question.
Okay.
And that's one thing I learned from that. There's one aspect of the question they don't teach you in school.
Okay.
And there's one aspect of the question they teach you in school.
Okay.
So the first aspect will be the technical aspect,
okay,
which is what they teach in school. So it could be anything from the quality of the equipment to the actual acoustics of the room.
Of the building, the church itself.
Of the building. And in sound, I've noticed something, it's the little things that'll bite you. Because most people do a good job getting a good soundboard, a good microphone, but they forget their cables. They
so the quality of the cable.
So it's minor things that could bite you. But the second aspect of it is the person behind the board. Because you can be in situations where people have $2 million worth of equipment, but it still doesn't sound as good as the person who has a couple thousand worth of equipment.
Yeah.
And that's only built through experience. Correct. So it's the man behind the board. He has to know what he's doing, why he's doing it, and how to improve on problems and how to troubleshoot.
Gotcha.
And that's something they can teach you in school, give you guidelines, but that's something that you can only learn outside of school and through experience, years and years of experience.
So you need somebody to kind of show you hands-on.
Exactly.
You need a hands-on experience to get that.
Exactly. That's where mentorship comes in.
Okay. Now the school, you also talk about you work in New York. You work in New York? Where do you work?
I work in New York as a sound engineer for Quad Studios.
Okay.
Quad Recording Studios.
Is that like one of the top studios in New York?
Studios in New York, yeah.
Okay.
Quad has been there for like years, since the 80s, and they've recorded everything from Michael Jackson to Jay-Z. So
wow.
Wide spectrum.
So you get to see a lot of celebrities.
yeah. I work with them too. It's fun.
Oh yeah, they come around.
Fun. Yes.
Nice. So who have you seen lately though?
The last I've worked with Migos, ASAP Ferg, Swedish House Mafia. Beyonce recorded Formation.
You actually saw Beyonce there?
Yep. G-Eazy did his whole album in the studio. So a bunch of people. It depends.
Okay. Now, the other thing is though, so a lot of these guys still use the major studios, right?
Yes.
But everybody has their home studio. Like
Yes.
this is your home
Yes.
studio.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about what is the need. Okay, you have home studio to put down your stuff. Why do you still need the big major studio? Can you talk about that?
Wow, that's a.
I know that's like a lot.
Yeah,
But I mean, just break it down a little bit. Like, why do you still need to go to the big studio to do your music if you can do everything at home?
At home. The thing is, with that question, now it depends on the individual. So for like, if the person is an independent artist who doesn't have the funding to go to a big studio, because one thing a big studio usually guarantees, they guaranteed the facility.
Gotcha.
So you're paying for the acoustics. If you go to a big studio, professional studio, you're guaranteed that the equipment you're going to be using is going to be great.
Top of the line.
The acoustics, which is the most that's the problem with most home studios, is the acoustics. But in the big studio, you're guaranteed that acoustics are going to be great.
Okay.
But one thing in a big studio, some big studios who have engineers who have worked there for a long time, you're also guaranteed good staff that at least have an idea of what they're doing.
Correct.
But a home studio is also very, with the way technology is right now, the gap is a lot closer. So if you have someone in your home studio who knows what he's doing, you can actually come very close to the same sound you can achieve in a big studio.
Really?
And sometimes it might even come out better.
Right from your house.
Right from your house. Sometimes it might come out better because people are more comfortable in their house. Because another thing is, it's all about comfort.
Okay.
If the artist is comfortable, most 9 times out of 10 they will deliver a better performance. And that's what you're trying to achieve in the studio.
Gotcha.
Because even if you have good gear and you don't have a great performance, it's gonna show. So that's so. It depends.
I got you.
It depends. Yeah.
When you're home, you're more relaxed.
You're more, yeah.
You can get a lot of productivity out of you. Okay. All right. Sounds makes a lot of sense though. You said you rap a little bit.
Yes.
But,
Yes, sir.
You know, you've worked. Do you have any projects that you've done in the past, or that you? Where do you rap? Let's put it that way. Where do you rap?
Yeah, I had my first mixtape I released, vaudeville. This was purely by myself.
Okay.
I mean, some of the singles we recorded in the studio, but most of the tracks were done right there in my bedroom.
Okay.
I released that online, and it started getting traction, and I started building a fan base in Nigeria.
Oh.
Then I remember one time Don Jazzy had a competition, a rapping competition, and I entered the competition and placed in 3rd place, which was pretty good. And that's how I met, linked up with Mike Dada, Mike and Tunes.
Wow.
So they found me online, and we just started working together, and it was like pure magic, track after track after track. But during that process, there were a lot of things going on in my life, even spiritually. So I decided to take a break for a while and focus on other things like the engineering, the production.
Yeah.
So right now I'm getting back in a comfortable space where I feel like God is placing a lot of things in my spirit to like share.
Okay. All right. Great. Now you mentioned Don Jazzy, right?
Yes.
For those that don't know who Don Jazzy is, who's that? Briefly, who's Don Jazzy?
Man, Don Jazzy is like the godfather of like
African music,
African
right?
production.
Hip hop, right?
Yeah, African production. He's like the guy right now. Yeah.
So for you to be
pretty
3rd
much.
place, that's a
Yeah,
big deal
yeah.
for his competition. Okay. All right. How did you develop that ability to be able to rap though? Right? How long? First of all, how long have you been rapping though? And how do you learn that? Is that something anybody can do? Like, can everybody learn how to rap? Like, if I've never done it, can you teach me how to rap?
I think so, yeah.
Because I heard the story that Biggie taught
people.
Puff.
Yeah.
Puff wasn't a rap.
Rapper,
It wasn't
yeah.
rapping, right? So is this something you can learn, like to put, or you just gifted? You just have that gift, not natural gift.
Pretty much, like it's with anything you can. If you keep practicing, you can get better at it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like something Mike always told me, he was like, you can't teach passion.
Mm.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's more like
That's you can't teach that. No way.
exactly. So
Yeah.
you really have to love it
Yeah.
in order for you to really progress the way you want to progress.
It can teach you the skill, but the passion for it
Exact-
is something you
exactly.
gotta have.
Exactly.
Nice, nice, nice. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks, I really appreciate this time, and thanks for giving us access to your studio. And I wish I could take a little bit of shot of what you have
Yes,
in
sir,
here.
yes, sir.
Maybe
My
you can show
pleasure.
us a little bit. What is this is what piano is this?
So this is just a Rhapsody digital piano.
Okay.
Basically, I just use this to like reference in terms of like if I have an artist and like she has a song or he has a song and we just want to practice real quick and lay down the basic chords. I also use this to catch the key of the song.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just something light.
All right.
And-
What about all these guys over here?
And over here we have this is like the control center.
Okay.
So I have my iMac. I have my 3 different set of speakers that I've grown accustomed to
Okay.
over the 5 years I've been engineering professionally. So these are the NS10. These are my babies.
Okay.
I love the way these sounds and
Your babies though.
they help me mix really well. These are like my production speakers, and this is just like overall. I like these also.
Okay.
And that's the preamp. That's the interface. And over here I have another MIDI controller, and I have my machine, my
The drum machine.
Every hip hop person has one. I have the machine. I love this. I also use this to perform also. So
Okay.
it's good for live performances. That's pretty much it. That's like a quick run through.
And you got your soundproof,
Yes.
but you need that.
You have the acoustics and
Yeah.
you have some guitars lying around, electric guitars, and the booth and the microphone.
And then the couch.
The couch, yes.
What's the couch for though?
The couch is to sleep. Nah, the couch is to relax.
Okay,
To
got
relax.
you. All right.
It's to relax.
Well, thank you so much. How can people get a hold of you? What's your email, Instagram? You know, if they wanna, maybe they need a sound engineer. How can they get a hold of you? You have a Instagram page or
Yes.
Facebook?
Yes, sir. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud. So any one of those you're familiar with is the same handle. So it's Kitzo Studios NJ. Kitzo is KTIZO Studios NJ. NJ is for New Jersey. So you
Nice.
can Google that on Google, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, and you find us.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem.
God
Thank
bless you,
for
man.
having me. God bless you too.
Bye bye.
Bye.